Hello, football fans. Well, I'm here on time on a Tuesday, even though I've been kind of preoccupied with baseball and the early days of hockey, but week 6 has been insane, so it was not good for the Packers. I don't know what to say. We played like garbage at home against the Jets. We're 3-3. It's just one of those bad days. We'll rise above it because we always do, but we can't have these days anymore. Of course, let's get on to the important games. It was a double main event. Bills and Chiefs, great game as usual. Of course, these two teams are perennial playoff opponents. Of course, last year still has a bad taste in the Bills' mouths, that overtime loss, but they got it done. They went to Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs. Now they have an edge. And of course, the other half of the double main event was the NFC East match, and it would have been something had to give. Either Cooper Rush was going to lose his first game, or the season, that is, or the Eagles were going to be undefeated no more. And if that had happened, I think we would have had a quarterback controversy, because Cowboys fans would have went, do we really need Dak anymore? But now the Eagles did take care of it barely, but they nearly blew a 20-0 lead, but they managed to hold on. They beat the Cowboys, and now they're 6-0. There's a lot of happiness in Philadelphia, what with the Eagles being undefeated, the Flyers being undefeated, and the Phillies playing for the pennant, and they took game 1, by the way. But New York is also booming. The Yankees are playing for the pennant. The Rangers are starting their season, coming off that great year. They will make the Cup final. The Jets, the Giants. My goodness, because the Giants also won too, so it should be interesting to see how that goes, because the last time both New York teams made the playoffs in the same season was 2006. It's been a while. It's been a good while. And the Jets and Giants are both good this year. Whoever thought that would happen. But the Giants are right behind the Eagles, and they haven't played each other yet. So we'll see how that goes. The Nfc West is quite mediocre. You have 3 teams tied at 3-3. The Cardinals are 2-4 with their latest loss, which saw them fail to get in the end zone. They're going to get DeAndre Hopkins back, so that's going to make things very interesting in the West. But even without DeAndre, enough banana peels have been slipped on by the other 3 to keep Arizona in the thick of things. Now they got their top wide receiver back, and they need him because Marquee Brown's out for the year, and they traded for Robbie Anderson, who, as we know, kind of let some of the coaching staff have it on Sunday. Yeah, and of course the Monday night game was some of the ugliest football I've ever seen. I don't know what that was, but it ended with the Chargers because of miscues. And what bugged me as a fantasy owner, there was this much Melvin Gordon. He ran for 8 yards. All of a sudden, we didn't see him again. And yeah, so I don't know what the hell Hackett's doing. But it's completely messed up. So even so, the Chargers did win, and now they and the Chiefs are tied. I kind of hope the Chargers win the division, but I don't know. They tend to get in their own way, so we'll see how that ends up. The Colts are on a bit of a winning tear. They've won 3 out of 4. So, and they're on the verge of possibly getting first place in the AFC South. That's an interesting division. I don't know what's happened with the Jags, but they're kind of starting to fall down to earth. I do hope they get out of it, because they're 2-4. That's still a good start by Jaguar standards, but they need to get back on track. They really do. We'll see what develops there. Pittsburgh. How about the Steelers winning against the Brady Bucks? They're still alive in that division. They really are, and it helped that it helped that the Ravens blew it again. They can't hold leads, can they? It helped that the Ravens blew it, so who knows? Pittsburgh could make a run of this. They could take that win over the Brady Bucks and just run with it. It can turn into something. And of course, Cleveland got shelled, and Cincinnati got a big win in New Orleans. It was pretty eventful week 6. I cannot believe we're 1/3 through the NFL season. It's gonna be, well, for me, it's gonna be a very interesting and kind of chaotic remainder of October, because in my case, I've got the Packers. I don't know what's going on with the Packers, but I'm hoping, as a Packers fan, I'm hoping we get out of this funk that we're in, because we're kind of in a bit of a lull, and that needs to change. So that's going on. And of course, I got my fantasy football leagues. The Yankees are in the Final Four, playing for the pennant, and the Avalanche are back, starting the defense of the Stanley Cup. So that's going to be a very interesting latter half. Well, we're already in the latter half of October for this sports fan here. Now, lots happening, but and I forgot about. Of course, I follow the CFL. That's almost over too, because we're entering week 20. The final 2 weeks left, and lots to be decided. But that's a whole nother story. The story here is the NFL, and we are 2/3. We're 1/3 through this season. The 18-week season, 6 weeks are done. The heart of the season, weeks 7 through 12. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to tell the tale. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, entering the final third of the season, we're in a better spot. First place would be nice, though we didn't win the division in 2010. Look how that worked out. But the next 6 weeks should be pretty interesting. But speaking of which, that heart of the season starts Thursday with the Cardinals and the Saints on Thursday Night Football. We should get points this time. We really should, because the last two were just 12-9 and then 12-7 this past Thursday. So we should get points here, especially with DeAndre Hopkins back in Arizona. The Saints, they're an offensive team anyway. So we should get points. It should be close, and it should be interesting, especially with Kyle Murray at quarterback, because he can run the ball. So so that's the Thursday night game. Packers were in D.C. facing the Commanders. So that could be the week where things open up. Sunday Night Football is the Steelers and Dolphins. They say Tua is supposed to be back that week. Of course, it's been a tumultuous month for him, but he's supposed to be back for week 7. Another quarterback supposed to be back for week 7. Dak Prescott. The Cowboys face the Lions this week, so that'll be some practice, I guess, until they play some real teams. And of course, the Bucs face the Panthers this week. It'll be something if Carolina beats them, because if Carolina beats the Bucs, that's going to be trouble for them. That's definitely going to be trouble for them. Of course, Monday night game is Bears-Patriots. Honestly, that's a matchup that's not really sexy, but I love football, so I'll end up watching it anyway. Even though that game doesn't affect me at all in fantasy. I don't have any Bears or Patriots on any fantasy teams. I'm in 5 leagues this year. I don't have any Bears and I dropped the one I think I dropped the two Patriots I did have because Max banged up and Hunter Henry doesn't really do anything. So so that's week 7 or so. That's week 7. So that's my recap of week 6. If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe if you want more. The next time I'm on YouTube, I kind of have a lot to get to kind of talk about this month. Let me check the baseball schedule here. Now, when does the LCS end? Because I will recap that whenever that ends. The latest date for that is next Wednesday. The latest date for that is next Wednesday. So chances are I will be recapping the LCS before I'm back with a recap of week 7, and then at the end of the month I'll recap the CFL season and get any Canadian football fans ready for the Grey Cup playoffs, because that's coming. So again, that's my recap of week 6, and stay tuned.